Hare Krishna. This video is on Mahashivratri. Falgun month, Krishna Paksh, Chaturdashi Tithi is one of the most powerful tithis in a year. Have you ever thought why do we call it Maha? Anything that says Maha means there's nothing larger than it. There's nothing beyond it. You see, in Puranas, Maha Shiva Puran, in Vidyas, Das Mahavidya, and in Ratris, Mahashivratri. This night is the union of Shiva and Shakti. But do you actually know the meaning of union of Shiva and Shakti? You see, when you look at a Savrupa of Shiva in the form of Ardhanarishvara, Ardhanarishvara means you see half of the part of Shiva in a manly form and half in a woman form. That is actually Mahashivratri. You see, you go beyond and try to understand the meaning. When Shiva was creating Shakti, so that means the Shakti is coming out of Shiva. And that creation of Shakti, while that was happening, there was a screenshot or there was a snapshot that was taken. That snapshot, when Shiva is creating Shakti, is known as Ardhanarishvara. That means the Shakti is coming out of Mahadev. And you see, you will always see this picture of Shiva with Ardhanarishvara being Shakti on the left hand side of Mahadev. That is the reason that we have our heart on the left hand side. I mean, the Srishti, the Mother Nature, could have placed our heart on the right also, but it's on the left. That means that our heart belongs to the Shaktis in our life. Who all are our Shaktis in our life? When Mahadev created Shakti, the Sansar called it as Mata. So the first Shakti that you and I and everyone has in this world is the Mother. Mother is a form of Shakti. Then your sister becomes the Shakti, the energy, the life force of your life. Then becomes your wife, then your daughter, and then your granddaughter, maybe your daughter-in-law as well. These are the Shaktis around you. The first message of Mahashivratri is to honor them as Shakti and start loving and respecting them from bottom of your heart. You see, what is the message of Ardhanarishvara? The message of Ardhanarishvara is that if no, if you want Mahadev in your life, all you have to do is you have to go through the Shakti, Ma Parvati, Durga. That is the meaning. And that is why, you know, Shiva cannot be prayed without Ma Parvati, and Parvati cannot be, you know, given any obligations without Mahadev. That's the most important thing. In this night of Amavasya, of Chaturdashi, it's a union of sun and moon. And on 15th of Feb, it begins at 5:04 p.m. in the Indian Standard Time in India. I'll tell you the process. Today's Saturday. Start fasting from today itself. We'll be having Triyodashi Tithi in the evening, and I've asked my students to start fasting from 4 p.m. onwards today, where you're not supposed to have grains. You can have fruits, milk, whatever you want to have, but don't have grains. Get up in the morning tomorrow, do the Rudra Abhisheka. Do it at home. On the same time, when I'm talking of Ardhanarishvara, when I'm talking of Shiva and Shakti, I'm talking of a sankalpa, a promise that will never break. And this time, this promise should be with Mahadev. So tomorrow on Sunday at 5:04 p.m., the Chaturdashi Tithi begins. Very powerful Tithi. The Tithi that belongs to Shukra, the Tithi that can bring devotion. And from this Mahashivratri to the next Mahashivratri, you all should make a promise to Mahadev. And promises in our Sanatan Dharam are known as sankalpas. So take some water on your hand and speak your name, your father's name, your gotra. If you don't have a gotra, take Atri as a gotra. Because during the wedding of Shiva, the Pandit had asked Mahadev, what is your gotra? He said, I don't have a gotra. He is a Janma. And then Maharishi Atri gave gotra to Mahadev, to Shiva. So people in the world who don't know their gotra, by default their gotra is Atri. And you take that water in your hand and say your name. If you know your Lagna, if you know your Janma Nakshatra, say your father's name and say your Gotra and say, Mahadev, for 1 year, I promise you, I'll do this thing in my life. From this Shivratri to next Mahashivratri, I'll not smoke. Or probably the best promise that you can do and keep is to probably read a stotra every day. I have given special mantras to my Shiv Mahapuran students, which cannot be given publicly. But what I can tell you is that whatever your Guru mantra is, whatever, uh, you know, that mantra that has given you results in life, the mantra that has brought you at peace, the mantra that you connect the most with, make a commitment, take a sankalpa that no matter what happens, Mahadev, I'll do this mantra on this time every day from this Mahashivratri to the next Mahashivratri. This is what Mahadev expects from you. And there is a Nishita Mahurta which begins at 12 midnight, approximately 12:15, 00:15 a.m. on the night of Sunday and till 1:30 or 2 o'clock. These 2 hours are the most important hours where you have a Guru mantra, where you have any mantra that you connect to, or simply just 2 words, Shiv Shiva, 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 Shiv Shiva. That's it. Keep chanting. Keep chanting. Any name of Mahadev. But one thing I must tell you that if you're chanting Om Namah Shivaya, it requires initiation. Without a guru, without a diksha, you're not supposed to chant Om Namah Shivaya. You can keep Om as silent in your mind. You can just say Namah Shivaya, or the best mantra will be Sam Sadashiv, Sam Sadashiv, Sam Sadashiv. My students have diksha. We've got diksha from Somanath and they can chant. But on the same time, the best thing will be your Guru mantra, because there is nothing beyond Guru in this life. And that is why Shiva represents the ultimate Guru in the form of Dakshinamurti. That's what Shiva is all about. And Shiva says that I'm creating this Ardhanarishvara on the day of Shivratri. I'm creating this Shakti. And look at me and imagine that if you need to reach me, you need to reach my heart. You have to first go to Shakti and then come to me. So Shakti is the source. Shakti is the path towards Mahadev. That should be your life. Your wife, your mother, they have created paths for you to be successful in life. And that is what Ma Parvati did for Mahadev, creating a path. That is why when we look moon in the horoscope, moon is the path towards your life and success. That very moment that you're feeling right now is your moon. And on the same day, Rudra Vedic Academy, we are also launching our first palmistry course. The purity of Vishnu and Durga on the left hand, the Shakti, the power, the objective of your life on the right hand. And it goes opposite with females because she's on the left. So her left becomes the Shakti and her right becomes the purity. That is how we look at the right and the left hands of a male and a female, where for a male, the right hand has more importance, and for a female, the left hand has more importance. We are going to learn this for a good 9 months. And Shivratri is the day when you can enroll. That promise to Mahadev that, hey, we are enrolling, will be there. And we'll learn about Durga, we'll learn about Mahadev, we'll learn about scriptures, we'll make a sankalpa of leaving a bad habit and doing at least one mantra, maybe one mala. Don't commit 20 malas, just one mala of any mantra that you like, just for 1 year, and tell me the difference. That's how you celebrate Mahashivratri. You can sing, dance, go to a temple, do Rudra Abhisheka, whatever you want to do. But until you make a sankalp, until you make a promise, your Shivratri is not complete. That's the message from myself. Think about it. Marriages are promises. Shivaratris are promises. They are sankalpas. No matter what, we are not going to leave this. I'll come up with another video. Till then, Hare Krishna, Har Har Mahadev, and the night of Sunday. Wake up. Wake up whole night. Spend chanting. Spend talking to Mahadev. Consider him your father. He'll take you in whichever way you want to give him. He'll just take your blessings. He'll take your, when I do, I bless Mahadev and I reciprocate the same that, hey, Mahadev, it is your night. And whatever small blessings I have, I'm giving it to you because a son or a daughter also has a right to bless the father. And then what father will do, father will fall in love with you people. That's what Mahashivratri is all about. Har Har Mahadev. Thank you very, very much.